Hey, what's happening, party people?
Motherfucking Darkstream. Rocking some Gandalf today, looks like.
So originally I was debating going into like Delver or is it Phoenix, and then Wizard said, "Fuck you, fuck your expressive iteration, no more fun for you," and that was the end of that. So yeah, no, we are not doing that anymore.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, expressive iteration is banned as of tomorrow.
I believe it should be tomorrow. They usually.
Who cares? We're not playing it right now.
It'll be banned quickly. It's been banned. I don't know how long till it kicks in. My guess is 24 hours. That's usually how they've done it.
Right. So this deck needs to be substantially reworked now.
Yeah, when you lose this, you lose a lot. I'm kind of curious to see how it gets revamped, though, because this is a deck that has Ledger Shredder, and it has a lot of other ways.
Yeah, it's
like
worked
Chart
plenty of
the
times
Course.
without expressive iteration. It's just such a linchpin card to the plan that...
It digs, and it's hard to replace something that digs that effectively. Either way, not where we're messing with stuff today. Today, we've got Blue-White Control. This is the just say no deck, you know, like, can we just say no to everything they're doing over and over again? We've got so many counters. What I like about the 2-minute counters, like, yeah, I wish we had Mana Leak, we don't. But these counters are nice because land drops and cycles into relevant cards when it becomes irrelevant. So both of them turn into relevant stuff, if need be.
Mana Leak is also one of those cards. I like it when I'm the only one who has it. You know?
Sure.
Drop it into the format and it starts kind of sucking.
So it's a pretty simple deck. You've got 15 counter spells in the main. You've got marches because they answer like goddamn everything, and they're just great.
Also, there's Marshmallow Cats on it.
Yeah. Portable holes because cheap interactive removal.
And when you think about it, aren't we all?
Then we've got Settle the Wreckage and Doomscar split at a 50-50 thing, and the reason for that is we really want them to try to do that mental math of like, can I overload the board, and then can I overload the attack? And if they don't, then you have things like Wandering Emperor that if they only swing with one card, now they get punished for it. If they swing with multiple cards, now they get punished for it.
Yeah.
If they sit back with multiple cards, now they get punished for it. We're setting up catch-22s left and right here. And then, of course, Teferi just takes the damn game over, so it's our top end, while being a really slow win con in and of itself. I hope we don't play those games, but sometimes it happens. Usually not, though. And then Gearhulk got slipped in at the top end for me because I usually end up wanting a couple extra cards to interact, and I wanted instant speed, and I didn't want Shark Typhoon. I'm tired of Shark Typhoon. This also has Flash. This also does relevant, important things. I've lived the dream before of Torrential Gearhulking and Settle the Wreckage for the board. It felt pretty fucking sexy. I don't know.
We'll see. These we kind of got to feel it out as we go for the numbers on this. I'm kind of skeptical about the 4 rewinds. And just some other stuff. But let's just roll it, man, because that's the only way to find out.
Just real quickly gonna update this because I realized I had the unsexy lands, and I'm just not doing that.
You fool!
I'm just not gonna do that. gotta update with some sexy.
Can't do that to our esteemed viewers.
All right, we're gonna roll it like this. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of curious. We're sitting at what, Diamond 2 to start? Yeah, that's a good starting place. We'll figure out if it can live up to what the Titan did yesterday.
All right, let's see how it feels to just say no.
I mean, we played against Blue-White Lotus and Jeskai Yorion yesterday, and the Blue-White Lotus deck is the closest approximation to this deck, but it's still trying to ramp kind of and do weird stuff. Strict Proctor, I mean, like, that. The question is whether or not there's enough triggered abilities that Strict Proctor is a better call than just straight-up control.
My guess is it probably will be, but I'm down to give this a crack just to see where it fits in the format and how it's playing.
Fair. Lord of Atlantis.
My guess is this is too much control, too much counter magic, and probably isn't the right balance. But it's a good place. It's an excellent place to start.
So we open with 4 counter spells.
Yep. So, like, oh god, please don't play anything.
But if they don't play anything of relevance in turn 1 or 2, they're kind of locked out of the game for a while.
Until they can double spell.
Yeah, they're in black. We've got a shot, right? Dump a birth. Yeah,
That's nothing.
perfect.
Oh shit, that's Doom Foretold. Kind of. No, we don't care about that.
No, I'm fine playing against Doom Foretold. They have like a few relevant spells and a bunch of shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we're just like, whatever. Do whatever you want. Let's not do that though. Let's just move on.
The things you do, we say no.
This is the Just Say No deck, and I actually will flip that out. Less decisions. It's going to be really nice to do a rewind into a Wandering Emperor, potentially.
Only if they play like a fool.
They'll play like fools. Look at what they're doing already. Fools.
Ah, that's a pretty fucking good card. Although, with 4 color, I still think they're Doom Foretold based on what I'm seeing here.
Probably. I don't know. This could be all sorts of weird shit. All I know is we're going to say no a lot.
What an interesting deck our opponent has brought. Let's ruin their day.
No. Oh my god. It's so much fun to do it this way. Do we care?
No, we Wandering Emperor.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what they do, but I don't think I care. We've got hard counters and Teferi's coming soon, and in the meantime, Wandering Emperor is going to start ticking down and up over and over again. And really all I need is this plus one more land, so we hit our 6th land drop, do this, and hold up Absorb. And that's pretty much game, typically. Derp, derp. Here comes the Wanderer.
Samurai!
Derp, derp. I mean, they're going to block, but I just want to make them.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are foolish. Alright, as much as I want to play a Teferi here, that seems foolish, so we're just going to move on.
Patience.
Patience indeed. Because I can rewind into another creature. This deck's so silly, and Wandering Emperor's just going to start ticking up on that 1/1. What a silly deck. Love it. Love it. Alright, Lord of Atlantis, I still don't know what you're doing.
Getting rewound.
Yeah. Derp. Alright.
The rewind's pretty good with the castles.
Okay, now we do the Teferi. Because we can get a land off the top still, and it can answer most of what they're going to try and do. Yeah.
I don't agree.
You really want to just hold it up with this?
We preserve a lead. You don't know what they're going to untap and do.
Okay.
I mean, look at their fucking mana base. It could be anything.
It could be a lot of things. It's a very weird deck we're playing against, that's for sure. Alright, let's see what happens. Does this ult it? No, it doesn't ult.
No.
Alright, it's just Value Town. Well, that's fine. Waking of the Trolls. What?
Alright, time to start reading.
So we're countering that.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a lot of 4/4 trolls otherwise.
Yeah.
No more need to read. This is America. We don't need to read anymore. We just keep going. I think we can march that and just keep going. You want to hold it?
Yeah, I mean, we're playing control, man. This is our game. Just do it at our pace.
Do we just keep bumping?
I think we put it on the...
That's going to take 2 more turns to
Yeah,
get going.
yeah, it's on the Samurai.
Like, I want
Make them eventually decide to just sacrifice their creature for a block.
Right. I want to keep giving them the... Yeah,
There it
perfect.
is.
Perfect. Okay, so now we can Teferi plus and keep up a Jawari Disruption.
That's not going to counter necessarily what we needed to when they're going to make potentially land drop 7.
Right.
I'm a bigger fan of play the disruption as a land. Well,
We don't have
I
any
guess
counters.
we don't have counters. Yeah, that's a good point.
Let's see what we get off this. That's another key piece. Do we care about what's at 7 more than a land?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's at 7 probably wrecks the game.
Alright. Let's see what happens.
And we can always make a land drop next turn.
True. And Wandering Emperor just keeps on rolling here. Although we might just start minusing it to grab 2/2s every turn. Start flooding the board.
It's... Well...
This feels good.
Yes, it does.
No trolls.
Force spiking enormous spells. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lord of Atlantis. Only I'm not. Disdainful Stroke for sure. Veto for sure. I don't think we need those portable holes.
No, this is not the matchup for them.
I think it's probably the Doom Scars we can get rid of.
I would actually vote over to settle, and my reasoning on that is they play Fables. And we need to proactively kill Kikis sometimes. Like, if that resolves, we need to be able to kill it and not let them just sit back and copy
We still
everything.
have 4 March, though. And we're getting on the board with creatures.
It might be both, and we just play some Aether Gusts. Like, they are pretty heavy into green here.
They
and
are.
Red. That's all green, red, except
They
for
are.
Red.
I'm not sure that we've seen what they're going to win with, which is kind of weird because we saw some 6-mana spells.
Oh,
but
no, that's what they win with.
Do they win at all, then?
Maybe, maybe not, but
All right, well,
Aether
fuck
Gust
it. Put
is
in the
good.
Aether Gust. I don't think we can lose to this opponent. Why are we thinking so hard? Let's just play.
Just beat them down.
Yeah, we're not going to lose to them unless they like somehow transform and go hardcore aggro, and then we can adjust back.
All right, I'm gonna just one feet. No, they're heavy on that. Probably just a couple marches. We are just the counter deck. Just say no dot deck. Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna call this 5-color trolling. Is it 4-color trolls?
Maybe we'll see some more. We saw 4 colors.
Trolls. Playing against trolls.
It's got to go.
Yeah.
It's got to go. That'll do.
Okay. Does it matter? It's going to be this and probably a sensor.
I would actually say Aether Gust here.
Okay. Bowling to 5 with control deck. Not a great thing.
Fine.
Let's see.
Hall. They might do something that makes us want to cycle a sensor. We don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
And besides, we got a hammer. We can roll out all our lands untapped.
Do we want to cycle one already? I
Not
don't
yet.
think so.
Not yet.
Let's see what they do first.
I mean, until they get to land drop number 7, sensor is live.
True. Taking 2 to do that.
Nay.
Proliferate. Interesting.
All right.
Well, just need some engines to
Our
go with all these
future
counters.
is known.
It's just find an engine and get going.
Okay, this deck is making a little bit more sense now. I think that's a try again later, buddy.
Well, I think we're going to let him resolve another enchantment. Here's what I'm saying. This
It draws cards.
only when stuff enters the battlefield, and I want them to waste something thinking it's going to do that because we can just bounce that to the top. And this gives us the ability to mess with them pretty hard because there's no flash enchantments in this format.
Yes, there are.
What?
Like all the ones that are in the Yorion decks.
Oh, omens?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't see a damn one of those game 1. I don't.
Well, we didn't see either of those cards game 1 either.
Fair. Either way, willing to bet they don't have them. We'll find out shortly. And this will be where I go a little cycle time. A little cycle.
Got to make those land drops.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, we might get beaten to death by a 1-3, but it's going to take a while. And in the meantime, this feels pretty good. So,
I'm guessing we'll get a Wandering Emperor before they attack us 19 more times.
hey, what up, Irrationally Virgo?
What up?
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Say hi to Pitiless Justice. for us. Alright. Gonna just do a point of damage. This is just such old school control. Part of me's just giggly happy we get to play old school control.
Yeah, this is OG.
Eh?
Yes.
It's like, I don't know. They still have to find an answer to this thing.
Yes, we have 3 counter spells that we can play on their turn. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Unless they have like a really good instant speed thing, that's just gonna get there. Derp derp.
In the enchantment deck. Enchantment ramp. Yeah, pick a lane, Lord of Atlantis.
Dovins.
I think, yeah, Disdainful.
Okay, so we get a Disdainful. They probably get to drop an enchantment and draw a card, get +1/+1. Maybe not. Super awkward if they don't get to play a Fable here.
I think they're saving the land fall triggers.
Do we just minus this to get that off?
No, we have Wandering Emperor. Oh, wait, how are we doing on land?
5, 6?
I
I don't know.
No, we plus it again.
Okay.
Just keep drawing cards.
Why shouldn't we?
So we want to make a land drop here, like a clean land drop. There it is.
I think we can play this one tapped, or this one tapped, and then
No,
just untap it. Cause we
Oh,
get,
right, of course, yeah.
So just untap with
Yep.
that? Yeah. And we can Wandering Emperor on end step once we've countered everything we want to.
Correct.
Because they're only going to hit for 1. The rest of this ain't happening.
Gusted. They're waiting for something.
Bust it.
Holding back those fabled passages, they're waiting for something.
Bust it.
Watch them pick bot. Oh, wow, they put it on top.
So they don't have a lot of interaction. I will let that take 1 point of damage.
Absolutely.
Just to make sure we don't walk into a trap. Okay. Down with the enemy.
Now, if we were going super Gandalf, we wouldn't have a win condition in this deck. It would
been a
just
while.
be Teferi.
Oh, it's been a while since I have done that version. It's been a long time.
Your win mechanism is opponent concedes.
Out of rage, yes.
And I mean, technically, you can win with Teferi if you didn't know. You can use Teferi's minus ability to tuck Teferi so that you never get decked.
Yeah. Just a handful of counters.
But that's a level of heartlessness that
I've done it. It's a lot of fun in paper. I don't think I'd ever want to do it outside of paper, but
in paper people will just give up.
true.
In paper, people will just get to that point in the game where they're like, okay.
Yep, right there. That's also known as the point where they give up.
Right.
Okay, any modifications already based on that game?
How could we tell that that deck was never going to beat us no matter what?
That's fair.
We mulled to 5, and you're like, oh man, mulling to 5 with a control deck, and I'm just like, really? Against that? they don't do anything.
They can't even play Binding of the Old Gods till we represent a threat.
They don't do anything, and they didn't decide what deck they're playing.
Fair. Yeah, it was like an enchantment deck that just... I don't know why they thought that was the move in Diamond, but that's not the move in
And
Diamond.
landfall?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird...
Maybe they've just been playing against like Rakdos, and that pile of shit, it just worked.
Yeah, if you get the right meta.
Right, because Rakdos cannot beat you quickly.
No.
And if
can
you just play that troll enchantment that says you win eventually.
Just value on value. Yeah.
Right. They're not going to be able to answer enchantments in that deck.
Well, either way, that's a 2-0 in 20 minutes with good old blue-white, so I'll call that a win. It's nice when blue-white just gets the scoop. It's not
Nobody wants to play it to conclusion.
No. That's the nice thing about Teferi. Once it's been out for about 3 turns, if they haven't gotten rid of it, everybody's just like, nah.
Enough of this.
This game's no longer fun. We're against a Gigantha deck. Oh boy. It's a little slow.
Gotta keep it, I think.
It's a little slow, but
We got settle if they present, or march if they present a quick threat.
well, they're gonna present something. All right, so in you go.
And we've got some cleanup spells.
A little bit, yeah. What I would love to see is a counterspell for 2 followed by land, land, land.
Curving is quite important in the reactive deck.
Croxa. Okay. I think it's subtle here.
Yeah, I agree.
They definitely underestimated the wind drive of a Ginger. Yes. Derp. Trying to get a Croaks off against us. Well, at least Rest in Peace will be great off the board.
Yes, it will.
There's a reason I run a couple of them. I know this crap's in the format, and I'm just like, nah.
We don't need to do that yet.
Yeah, let's represent Absorb first.
Yep.
This is what we do. I'm sure they're sitting here with a pile of removal going, God damn it, and I love that. It's all the removal in the format and nothing to be done.
What'd they take that damage for? What are they trying to do here?
Flex? Oh, they're flexing so hard. I love it. I'm doing this now, though.
Yep. Yep.
Guess
that
who,
eye might come online.
guess who also can flex real hard? This guy. Takanuma.
That's what.
That's
they were
why.
doing. Okay.
Okay. So it's this deck, but they got like a really slow start or some shit.
What the fuck's in their graveyard? Unlucky something. What was that?
They wanted Ob Nixie back.
Yeah, but what just went into their graveyard?
Oh, Cauldron.
No. Oh, unlucky witness. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
It's 1 damage. Don't worry about it.
No, it's more about the fact that they grabbed back Ob Nixie. They grabbed back Ob Nixilis with Takanuma.
Sure.
So do we want to get rid of that so that they can't wombo combo that? Because that's a difficult card for us to deal with.
Oh, I see your point.
Because we could Wandering minus exile that.
Yeah, I do like that there.
And then if they go into this, we can minus the Wandering one more time, maybe?
Yeah. Then we can deal with it with creatures.
Like, I don't love this position, but
What we could do actually is make a samurai and block.
they should
But
have a
then
shitload
they
of
can,
removal.
But then they can, yeah.
Although,
No, because then they can Croxa.
well, they're going to get to Croxa either way. They've got 7 in here because of Takanuma. And Croxa is not really actually all that concerning to me. Ob Nixie is. So I think we can just do the Samurai and Force here.
I guess if they remove, they can't exile. Or,
Croxa?
yeah, Croxa.
Not unless they have a land drop too. But either way, this presents 2 threats, which I like. That's fine. Ob Nixie hits. And we will take some damage to keep it rolling. Okay. This is not going to be the easiest matchup, that's for sure.
I'm starting to feel like we should just exiled that thing.
Decline.
We can Can we portable hold a copy? Does it have a mana cost?
Non-land permanent value 2 or less.
Oh no, it does have a mana cost.
It is a copy.
Yep.
Okay, so either way, we're minusing here.
Yep.
And then I think we can...
I think we need to Teferi to keep up with this shit.
Yeah. And do we just bump one out?
No.
Just plus?
Yeah, draw the card.
So they're going to go Croak Ob Nixie. Okay. Let's see what they do. All the Ob Nixilis here. Okay.
Lose 2.
Yeah, they're going to get us pretty low on this.
That's fine. Gotta make it interesting. We deserve this.
Let's see. I don't think it's worth marching our own thing until we see a sack outlet. And I'm kind of curious how they're going to swing anyway. Okay.
Marching is pointless then.
Yep. Marching's pointless, and mostly I'm curious if they're actually going to have a sack outlet for this. Do they have everything they need all at once? Okay.
Let it happen. It's not like there's anything we can do about it.
Yeah. Treasure, Croxas, Cauldrons. That'll get marched.
Perhaps.
We've got to find answers to these.
March is an answer to those, which is why I was saying perhaps on Marching the Cat.
No, it isn't. Artifact, feature, enchantment.
Oh, wow. Bummer.
So I'm pushing that. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. That's not relevant.
If we do it, it's kill the copy.
Yeah, I think we're just going up again, though. Like, we have a lot of gas in this deck. We just got to get to it. The inability to deal with other planeswalkers is definitely concerning, though. Okay, so we can portable hole out the demon, which I'm also a fan of because I'm just going to keep taking this up, and if they can't deal with it, it will take the game over.
This is true.
And we still have March for Hive. We have Rewind, we have Absorb, we have Censor, so they're going to get 2 of these.
We don't need to march the Hive either. We've got the land.
Oh, Field of Ruin, right. But if they croak, so we can just discard a Censor and march it. Like, we're just racing against this versus that at this point, and it's not necessarily a winning battle, but this Absorb's going to help a lot. It almost gives us a turn back from these Obnixies. Gonna be a weird game. Think we can rewind here? Or is
Let's
it
absorb. We need the life.
Alright.
They'll probably croak an X, and then we can just fucking censor it.
That would be funny. Land. Oh yeah, they can just
They've
do
got
it with
treasure.
the treasure. Yeah. Is it worth censoring that?
Yes, because
Oh, no.
otherwise we're discarding.
They grab Gigantha.
Okay.
Field of Ruin out that.
Yeah, let's just hit it now.
Since we've got the... We can do that, and then we can get the Censor cycled too. Which I think is our strongest play here.
Yeah, we need something better.
Can Teferi beat Obnixilis? This is a game that's going to tell us a lot about that. Okay, so fun thing we get to do here is kill one Obnixilis. Actually, we can kill both, but they get Croxa. I think it's worth doing. I don't.
Yeah, I
like,
do.
They want a Gigantha. That's fine. We've got answers.
Yep, so we tuck the copy and attack the original.
Which is which? There's the token.
Mm-hmm. So
So
we attack the other one.
we kill the original.
Yep.
Okay, and then we tuck the copy. Got it.
Because tucking a copy makes it cease to exist.
Okay, so they get to Croxa. We dump out a land, then we march the Croxa and keep bumping up to Teferi. And I think we've got a good shot from there. Definitely a shields down moment, but not a terrible one for us. Yes, yes, we know the Croxy's coming. Question is, can you do Croxy and one other thing? Or is it just Croxy? Because that Titan of Death's Hunger alone is not going to be the thing that ends us.
What else you got? Thinking, huh?
I hope they have claimed the Firstborn for the blowout. Oh, they do. Oh, they do!
Yeah! And we die.
Yeah, I mean, we could have done the March instead of the Island, or the Rewind instead of the Island, and then we would have had to discard March, and then we probably would have had to tuck it. It would have been interesting. Okay. They have a lot of red, so we're fine with that. Yeah, that's plenty.
I'm actually not that into it here because their spells are kind of low mana, and they can easily double spell.
Do we think it's stronger than Censor, though?
Censor cycles into lands. I'm into cutting some censors at this point because we brought in the Rest in Peace.
I think Torrentials go first, because Rest in Peace. Nombo.
True.
And then, yeah.
Yep, one censor.
And then, yeah, it's just a question, do we want Aether Gust versus anything else here? I don't think so.
Many times they're going to be able to just cast another spell that same turn.
Yeah. Are the Rewinds better than Aether Gusts?
Yes.
Okay. Good with this, then?
Yeah.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Playing against Girolf. What are they thinking with this weird-ass Croxa deck?
They're probably thinking, fuck you, Gandalf.
Oh, it's slow, but we're on the play, and I think we got to keep it. This is a Thoughtseize deck.
Yeah.
And they are going to bring in 4 Thoughtseize if they have the right board. So let's make sure that we're...
I wouldn't be surprised to see some Duresses and some Mind Rock cards.
Yeah. Blue-White Control is usually good for... as long as it takes for people to figure out it's back in the format. And once people lose to it enough, they're like, alright, fuck this shit. And then it's Go Blanks, Duresses, Thoughtseizes, and they just blow you out. And then you play a different deck. Because, yeah.
That's not... You can't just win with the Duress and the hand disruption. There's got to be pressure.
Yeah.
There's got to be pressure. So can they put both together? Because, like, look at the problem they've got. They're going 1 for 1. Okay, so they took our removal. Fine. But look at all this value we still have in our hand.
Do we do this to prevent an Ob Nixilis turn?
Absolutely. It's time we learned our damn lesson. 1 Nixilis we can probably handle at this point in the game.
Yeah.
2, and I think they just won.
Well, we need to hit a land drop next turn. I'm dumping... God, what am I dumping? Probably Rewind, honestly.
I'd go with Teferi because it's redundant and way up the curve.
That's a lot of value. Where's our Rest in Peace? Damn it. Not quite it. Much as I want to save that to do it to the Croxa, like, if we don't get our land drops, we're just... Okay, thank God. That works.
Mm-hmm.
We can still just dump a Teferi into play and get going. Okay, we can top deck a land. Do they Thoughtseize also? Oh my God! How many motherfucking Thoughtseize?
And there's the land.
What? What? That's triple Duress and a Thoughtseize? How? Okay, they're just ready for this shit. That's a little ridiculous. All right, I'm just putting it out there. That's a little ridiculous.
Deserved.
Fucking garbage deck. Anyway. This just
the stupid thing is we can just top deck a Rest in Peace and then suddenly have a shitload of time unless they Croxa right now.
Alright, they'll Croxa right now and that's the game. I mean, we can top deck removal and get back into it. Well, no, because they have a Witch Oven to just dump it back out for removal pieces here. The Croxa rides alone.
Just in time.
Okay, that's not going to do it. Croxa's going to smash through us. Alright. So, Rakdos... I don't know. kind of a damning factor if it does. Like, if we can't beat Rakdos decks, this is not the kind of deck we want to be playing. Because
it depends on how many Rakdos decks are running around at the exact moment we're playing it.
There should be plenty. So, first thing, can we fix this to deal with the Rakdos decks? Do we have answers that are viable? Or are we playing ourselves into a hole? Noting we can just mainboard Rest in Peace. It's a control deck. We can just
loses one match. Let's mainboard Rest in Peace.
Well, it's worth taking the lessons, right? And the lesson there is that if you don't interact with their graveyard whatsoever, they can blow you out. And Gearhulk was
We never drew it.
Never drew it, but I can see a world in which these are fine. The question is...
I actually do think they're okay. I just wanted to give you some shit for, like, one loss. Like, okay, we need to main deck the graveyard hate. All right, so here's my thoughts. Settle is better than Doomscar. 4 is too many rewinds. We've got Planeswalkers, so we're pressuring them to attack. If they're not attacking with their creatures, we don't fucking care. And the Settle versus Wandering Emperor creates a horrible conundrum for opponent.
Sure.
Let's see, what else?
I actually really like exactly a Miser's copy of Rewind.
Yeah, that's much more appropriate. And perhaps the number is really 0 now that Gearhulk is not in this list.
Okay. So we go lower on the curve with this scenario.
Yeah, that's definitely step 1.
We need the ability to interact with their Planeswalkers, which we currently don't have.
Okay, so just search Planeswalker and as a word, for instance, or anything really.
So that's early interaction, but not favorable. This is where we get back into the question of do we play Shark Typhoon because it gives us ways to attack Planeswalkers that are... It's difficult to deal with. It's a win con.
Perhaps. Let's look at the other cards we have.
Let's see.
Probably none of those.
I don't think any of these. Interesting.
It's not awesome with the main deck. Rest in peace.
True. That is a non-bow. Oh, that's not good enough.
Keep looking. We could be playing Narsets, damn.
True. Narset's a thing. I keep forgetting it's a thing, but it's a thing. Good old flashy Teferi of Time.
This isn't the deck for that.
Oh no. But I love the art. It's so pimped out.
It does look cool. I don't think any deck is the deck for that, unfortunately.
Not right now, no. Maybe in a few years. See what else comes into the format.
Okay, so not a lot of...
Sharknado's still a thing. Between that and Wandering Emperor, we have ourselves a way to attack at it, right? I don't love it either. I'm just saying there's limited options here. And Fateful Absence is not good.
I don't like Shark Typhoon in this deck at all, actually.
Reasoning?
Casting it kind of sucks. We're basically just cycling it. We need a lot of mana to cycle it. I think the top of our curve in a Teferi deck is Teferi.
Okay.
What we want is early value. So maybe something like an Oblivion Ring.
Do we want something like this?
In the main deck? No.
Or do we want the horror?
Again, we're just turning on all the removal that's rotting in their hand. If they want to use it on Wandering Emperor tokens, we don't care.
Okay. So what are you thinking?
Something like an Oblivion Ring.
Is Oblivion Ring in? Okay, it's not. Let's check enchantments at 3 then. I'm sure there's a few.
Or we could go into Esper and then we can just solve everything.
What are you thinking?
Well, there's that uncounterable Esper kill anything card.
You want Void Rend.
Void Rend does help with the problems we have. And then we're fundamentally redoing the deck at this point, though.
Yeah, I don't know that this solves the Ob Nixilis issue is that it's putting 2 for 1, right? They're getting rid of a thing that we're not dealing with like a Stitcher supplier and getting 2 copies of Ob Nixilis. This only answers one.
What Void Rend does is it closes the hole of, oh shit, we don't have an answer for that. That's all it does.
Sure.
And maybe we counter one of the obs or we kill the creature or something like there's not going to be like, oh, you just have a clean answer to Ob Nixilis, because that's the point of Ob Nixilis.
Right. I mean, I could see Banishing Lights.
That's a fine one to try for now. I think in the long run, Esper is, at a bare minimum, much more interesting to me.
Okay. But in the meantime...
let's make another tweak too, because let's drop 1 Teferi. Let's drop 1 Narset, and let's put in 2 more Banishing Lights.
I'm gonna drop 1 Jawari and put in the 25th land.
Oh yes, oh yes. And how many spell lands do we have?
We've got a fair number.
We don't have the white creature land. Oh, we only have 1 Field of Ruin. Let's get another one of those.
Okay. Push it up like that?
Yeah.
That seems like the right mix and counters there too.
And we could... Nah, let's try that. Let's just fucking try that.
Still got a couple slots on the side.
Oh yeah, get those Narsets in there.
When we need to grind against Rakdos, these are not bad things to have.
Yeah, they don't suck.
They don't suck, and they also turn off those deadly disputes a little bit, or at least mitigate them, which I'm a fan of. Either way, let's give this a shot and see how it feels.
I am very interested in trying Esper, though. Especially because that March of the Otherworldly gets so much better with gold cards.
Fair. You can keep that. A little land heavy, but not a big deal.
Land heavy's important.
Yeah. Depends on how many Thoughtseize they have. If the answer is 1, it's not the best hand. If the answer is 0, this doesn't feel terrible. So, fight rigging? Probably.
Yeah, likely.
They're going to get something big and fat out, but we'll get a Banishing Light, and then they'll be off on mana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they don't have it. Or they're like, oh fuck, I don't want to get censored, I'm going to wait a turn.
That's what we always hope for. Watch them outplay themselves, right? That's kind of the fun of playing Control. That's really good against us. Boy, is that good against us.
You mean any card that resolves?
I mean any card that's going to get the kind of value that is, yes. That is a shitload of value. What do we do against it? I mean, are we just holding up Absorb and...
Yep, that is exactly what we're doing.
Dealing with the impact of what's going to be an explosive turn, probably. So they're on Jund. Is this fight rigging or is this the Luca deck?
Maybe it's just a sick deck. Maybe it's just a sick Jund deck.
I don't think those exist.
Those are the only kind of Jund decks that exist unless you've got Cat Oven in it. Oh, it's not a sick Jund deck because there's the cat.
There's the card that makes life not fun. Alright. This is why we play Rest in Peace in the main. Vindicated already. Yep. Onward and upward we go against this fable. What you gonna do?
With all that junk.
Why aren't you Doomscar? No.
Actually, Jeskai might be kind of dope, too.
It's got some potential. Do we want to Banishing Light anything? I don't think Settle's going to matter here. Like, they're only going to swing with one creature. Banishing gets rid of that at least. So that we open up for Teferi next turn.
Perhaps.
I'm going with this because their best move is probably a Corvold.
I already kind of hate the Banishing Lights because we have to do them on our turn.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's see. Really what I want them to do now is just stack the board so we can settle. Which they might do. I mean, they definitely will if they don't this turn, because we're going to dump it to Teferi if they don't stack the board hard enough. And then they're going to have to stack the board to go after it.
Exactly. It creates that tension very nicely.
And I'm happy we did the Banishing Light on that. Perfect. Perfect. Now they've got their engine. We've got ours that's going to hit. And... well, they'll be able to kill it with a Hive and a Fable.
Correct.
So do we just have to wait a turn?
No, I think we go for it anyway because they could just as easily Thought Seize or something else. We got to be proactive here.
Okay. At the very least, it's going to trade a turn and kind of a time walk all around. Which for us is not as bad because we make land drops.
Yep. Land drops, land drops, land drops.
I was really hoping to see a march there. That would have been fun. They might just have a kill spell here too. Or that. Sure. Why not? Why not with your cats and your trails? Do we want farewells? Is that what we're really missing?
That doesn't help with our Planeswalker issue, but yeah, I mean, like, Farewell would be good, for sure.
Is it a better plan than, like, Settle? You know what I mean? Is Settle too cute, or do we just need the 6 mana, everything dies, and we don't have to worry about anything except
If we're not on perhaps where we're wrong is going with Settle and Wandering Emperor. Perhaps we don't play either, or maybe we play, like, one Wandering Emperor.
That might be like a 1 or 2 of, yeah. It might just be a Narset deck at heart, you know what I mean? And
I could see it. I really, one thing that hadn't occurred to me until just now is how good Narset is against Fable.
It does shut down part of it. And if they're dumb, it really screws them.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's a lot of card draw cards going on right now.
Beseiju for the Banishing Light's also an issue.
Oof.
Yeah, Banishing Light looking a lot worse with Beseiju running around in this format.
Oof.
That is hard to deal with. And if we sacrifice this, they get to deal another point. Well played, Mayhem Devil. Well, let's see what they do. Gonna swing all in. Little Goose's loose action. Alright. We don't really have a threat that just takes the game over at the top. That is a problem with this build too. We're getting to the point as a control deck that we should just be smashing them. And I don't feel like we're doing that here.
That's a pretty good play.
I mean, yeah, but they've got an engine we can't really touch. Like, Farewell would solve that main deck graveyard hate that we need also.
Mm-hmm.
And it would solve literally the entire board state here.
Yes, it would. Well, except for the land, but we have the fields.
Fields and marches, that feels like enough, right? Maybe the mistake is playing any counters. Maybe we just need to play 4 Doomscar, 4 Farewell, and get fucked deck.
There was one year I brought some garbage like that to States, and like it was like mono white, all Wraths, and my win condition was fucking Millstone.
Just watch him overextend? Nope.
Yeah, it's like when Wrath of God and Rout were in Standard.
Oh god, that's Standard.
Yeah, and then I obviously also played 4 Icy Manipulator to force them to play a second creature.
Well, yeah. It would be rude not to.
Right. I don't remember what else was in the deck, but I know that it was like 4 Rout, 4 Wrath, 4 Icy, 4 Millstone.
I think we have enough to go to Teferi and settle.
Yeah.
Nice. So we're saying there's a shot.
It's a pretty good shot.
Feels spicy. I like it.
Got to hit one of those fields to like bluff that we don't have the settle.
Yeah.
/ we might get to rest.
Yeah, there's that too. And they're just sitting there with infinite card advantage like, what? Look, if we win this game, it's because that ulted. That's where I'm putting this at this point. we're going to have... Oh, God. Yeah, that resolves, and then they have enough to kill Teferi on the spot with that. What a blowout. Oh, Mayhem Devil. Oh, Mayhem Devil. Why are you like this?
That's... You feel like we're just getting what we deserve here.
This is why you ban Cat Oven, not Expressive Iteration wizards. You fucks. Yeah, I'm gonna make you sack all those goddamn treasure tokens if you want to come at me, brah. That's it, Iceman. Appropriate name, given that we have the new Top Gun movie coming out, or came out.
It is out.
It's out, yeah. Appropriate name.
I've heard it's even good.
I've heard it's really good. Trail of Crumbs, sure.
That's like the thing I forget about. Like, Tom Cruise sure is a crazy asshole.
Right.
But he can make a fucking good movie every once in a while.
Alright. Sacking to sack to sack to sack the other thing to sack the other thing. And yeah. Oh, wizards. You sure did make this really annoying. Goddamn Cat Oven's back.
Here's an idea. How about we just concede this matchup and fix the deck instead of making everyone suffer?
Yeah. Yeah. Rationally Virgo, if you can ignore his smug face, sure. I can ignore it. I can ignore it. How does this work? Can we scoop again? Oh, we have to get into the next thing first.
Yeah, just hit done.
Alright, whatever.
And then... wait. And wait.
So Banishing Lights are out, Farewells are in. We start there.
Yep, and we also take out that fucking 2-mana thing, the enchantment.
Rest in pieces.
Yeah.
Dump in some more Narsets.
Yep, more planeswalkers. Everything that it doesn't kill. So we get more Narsets.
Portable Hulls have to go out.
Yeah.
Because farewell.
Because farewell. That's fine. Because farewell.
Because farewell.
We still have 4 March.
Man, they're thinking really hard about how to sideboard for this matchup.
I know.
And they're about to get a free win and they just don't even know it.
Yeah. So a card that I'm kind of intrigued by as I'm looking more and more at this format is the little lightning helix with flashback.
Sacred something?
Yeah, like it's 2 mana to shock and you gain 2 and then it flashes back at 6.
Yeah, it's sacred something. I don't know what the name of it is outside of that. I know the first word's sacred. It's
Sacred
like
fire
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking for it?
It just seems good right now. There's so much shit that it kills, and there's a lot of like long value-driven games.
Yeah. It does a lot. It's a little narrow, but it does a lot. We'll draw first.
See ya.
Later, Iceman.
I guess we could like mulligan to 0.
That would have been fun.
Mulligan to 0 and then just walk away.
Is there any card that like punishes Thoughtseize duress effects correctly? Where's the Orvar that makes them pick it?
Actually, hang on. We could go Bant. We could go Bant because there's... Oh God, it's a Tameo. Look at the Tameo in Bant. That might be actually a really interesting card.
That one?
Other one.
This one.
Can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. Again, this is a wildly different deck.
It is. It's also got to hit play before Thoughtseize, which ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna shift it for that. Okay, we've got 4 slots still. And the question is where we want to go.
Narset.
Alright, they're in the sideboard. Okay. We're not doing the same kind of plan here with settles.
Get rid of all the settles. Get rid of all but, let's say, 1 Wandering Emperor.
I disagree pretty heavily there. And my reasoning is we are now the deck that does everything except kill planeswalkers. And this is good as a planeswalker. Just straight up a good value card that has flash.
Alright, what else can we do low curve then? We need more low curve, and it needs to be more than just those counters.
Well, actually, this is when we have a really good option. This is when this shines. Because Farewell cleans up the token.
That's fine, yeah.
So it just becomes straight up 2 mana removal, and if they waste time drawing, we've got all this
cool
other
with
stuff.
it. Yeah, we're very cool with that.
So that gives us some pretty solid interaction on the low end of the curve between these 10 cards and the 4 marches.
You know what I'd really like to try?
Huh.
A Sphinx's Revelation.
Oh my god, I haven't even thought of that in forever. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck it, let's throw in 2.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I have to craft it.
Then let's do 4 then.
I haven't gotten to play this in so long. Oh my god, I love this card though. So much fun. I have no idea if it's good enough. Better question here. We're definitely a bigger deck. We might need 26 land and 2 Chwari. It might just be we need the 26th land.
Okay, let's make it yet another field.
Make sure we're on the field plan correctly. It's a little awkward with Absorb, but other than that, it's fine.
Just got to sequence correctly. Really, we have not altered the color mana base that Absorb relies on here.
Yeah.
We're just sequencing that land out later. Alternatively, we could go with the white creature land.
I like one of those. It does give us a creature, which we
I like the flying that it has to be able to murk some planeswalkers.
Yeah, and we have 1 hall, 1 cave. I like that. That works out well. So, very different take now. Version 3.0, after 2 losses, that was Bant Cat Oven with the fuck, why keep playing? They're definitely going to beat us. Weirdly, they have inevitability, and we're the control deck.
Yes.
And we still got a few slots over here in the side that we got to figure out. So I still like having a certain number of these counters for post-board games against decks that just Farewell's not going to matter against, which will be few and far between, but there will be a few.
Sure. You know, here's what I'm interested in, because this is like a million counters. Let's cut some.
Okay.
I really don't think we need those Disdainful Strokes.
Okay.
As long as we got... Okay, and then let's put in 4 copies of that fucking saga that makes knights.
History of Benalia.
History of motherfucking Benalia.
Been a minute since we did that plan. I remember that plan, though. That was a fun one.
And okay. I guess... I don't know, pick any other random ass card. How about like one of that, like a Baneslayer Angel for like mono red or whatever.
Yeah. Why shouldn't we?
In fact, we should have more than 1.
Then we're doing a Lyra and a Baneslayer because if they're out together,
because they're buddies.
Yeah. We can probably cut 1 Aether Gust for that.
Bingo. Yep.
And just run it back like this.
Yep. And then History of Benalia and like the Baneslayer cards are going to be good against like the fast aggro that gets at us. And if we run into any other control, it will be good against that as well.
Yeah. Fuck it. This is going to be this is a much weirder build. We're going to give it a shot.
Yep. I want to get deeper into it. I mean, we'll fuck with it some more. But with all the counter magic and control-y shit we have, being able to do a bit of a switcheroo plan here is going to fuck with people.
Well, we're down farther on the 1-for-1s, which I also like. I like Farewell. I think it is the ultimate answer for a blue-white deck if you're trying to run it. Like, you need something that just says, everything but my walker goes.
Yeah.
And that does a good job of ensuring that happens. And having 4 Narsets gives you a good shot at finding it, which you need. Or finding the second copy.
I love doing the thing, though, where you rock one of these decks that basically has no creatures, and then they take out all their removal, and you're like, fuck you, Baneslayer.
That does feel good.
Doesn't die to Doomblade now, does it?
Alright, so we got some Marches, Teferi, Farewell, and basically 3 lands. I'm pretty sure I'm still sequencing that down turn 1.
Yep.
because
Yep.
we just gotta hit lands with this
Yep,
deck.
absolutely.
It's just that simple sometimes. You gotta hit lands and you don't really care what it takes, as long as you hit your land drops. That'll get marched. Right fucking now. That card goes bonkers with fucking Angels. We're not dealing with that. We're just marching it, and we're saving the Absorb for the Collected Company that's coming. Because it's fucking coming.
Oh, we should have a non-zero number of Grafdigger's Cage on our sideboard.
That's a good point. Okay, so I think we still march this.
Yes.
Or...
They're low on mana, we march it.
Yeah, they're low on mana, we march it, we dump a Hallowed Fountain, and then we have Teferi up pretty quickly.
Yes.
And then even if they get a Coco, it doesn't really matter. Because Farewell gets going. Right. Tapped. Teferi next turn. We've dealt with their first 2 threats.
Perfect. Just fuck that stupid Youthful Valkyrie.
Just Teferi down.
Hell yeah. What are they going to do on 3 mana that we care about?
Yeah.
So brutal when like they need to... Yeah, they need to draw shit and you just tuck their card.
Alright, so that's going to be Bant Angels or Green-White Angels, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't really much we need to board against that deck. We're kind of set up to interact with it the way we want to be.
Yep. Throw back the same 60. We're not going to improve this.
Yeah. If they're going to bring in a certain amount of disruption, we can potentially go there game 3.
They get bigger than us, though.
They do with a certain... Like, as long as you keep Righteous Valkyries out of the game state, you can beat them at their own game with those. The Righteous Valkyries are the only way they go over you. Everything else you can contain pretty easily.
Yeah, but they're about flooding the board and we have quad Farewell.
Yeah. It also leads to the question, do we want some number of Doom Scars? Yeah, whatever. Land spells. Still don't know if that's right or if it needs to be...
It's almost certainly wrong. I just wanted to do it.
Okay. Fair enough. We're a little heavy on the white mana here, which is rough. But, again, they're not doing stuff quickly enough. And whatever. I'd really like if one of these was blue. That's super awkward, but this we can at least channel, which may end up happening. We'll see. This is also not super concerning
Pretty
yet.
fucking slow.
Okay. No Righteous Valkyrie to win the game immediately. That's the point of Absorb here. And we should be able to get to a Farewell. Yeah, I will just take this all day long. Don't care. Long hair. Yep. That's fine. Okay. Derp. At this point, I'm just playing to Farewell.
Yeah.
Once we Farewell, I'll feel pretty good about where we're at. No. That's how you lose this game.
That, yeah.
What? That might be the game. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need to get rid of that now. Oh my god.
It's too late.
They had the one Dovin's Veto. So if we get rid of that, can we stay in it? I think we're 1 turn too slow.
How do we possibly stay in it? They beat us to death here.
Well, okay, I guess here's my point. If we had tucked that, if they didn't have the speakers to get those, we could have just tucked this. They lose all the buffs. And without these things, we'd get the extra turn to get into Farewell. But the speakers getting those just on time. Nice 57 life, too. Good for them. Okay, so we're a turn slow on the Farewell. That's where Doomscar would have been kind of helpful, but not great, because Bishop of Wings still would have given them a lot.
Yeah.
Although it wouldn't have, because we would have been able to play it because these don't give it for anything but Angels, and none of these are Angels. Alright, whatever. Still running it back like this.
Yep.
I don't think there's a reason to... Like, they have Dovin's Veto. We could play Mystical Dispute.
To counter their uncounterable spell?
Yes. Yes. Doing it. Alright, fuck off.
It could have been worse. I could have just, like, let you do it and just waited.
Just the ultimate troll moment. Yeah, would have been brutal. Would have been brutal. Yep.
Yeah, on the play. Lands and spells, baby.
We've got channel. We didn't use it last time, but we could have. And it might get used this time.
Wait, why do we have a Castle Bantress? That card sucks.
This? Oh, this
Yeah.
works just fine. I'm not worried about that. It's spicy. Okay. Well, let's see if we're gonna get the stuff we need in the order we need it. Censoring that. God, that's awkward. Just got to keep the pressure off for a little bit.
You and all your cancel culture.
Okay. Need lands. These are so expensive. Oh god. We have a lot of lands though in this deck. And if they don't play anything, I am feeling pretty good about this. Well, that
Can't
gets around.
censor it.
Okay. Tuck time. Oh.
Perfect. Dispute it.
Motherfucker. Alright. What a disappointment you are, Jawari Disruption. What an absolute disappointment you are. Okay. Do they have enough to win? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10? No, so we tick it up to make sure we get the fucking mana for Farewell next turn, because that's our only out, and if they have Dovin's Veto, we just straight lose. Okay. Okay. Why?
Because you wanted to play Gandalf.
Why? I can't even counter that one. Alright. Sometimes I really hate this deck. Don't kill Gandalf, maybe. Just hit me. Just hit me.
Do it. Wow.
I hope they have Spell Pierce as their last card.
That would be amazing.
Or land Dovin's Veto.
Somehow a Force Spike.
Right. Like, just something to really put the mustard on. Can we get a... Yeah, I mean, we're dead if we don't draw an untapped land. So, can we do it? I feel pretty good about our ability to do stuff if we do that.
Yes!
Fuck you, Dad! Oh my god. I'm playing more untapped lands. Fuck these Jawari Disruptions forever. This is so stupid. And Sphinx's Rev's getting cut immediately. Can't believe I wasted a mythic on that.
Didn't like you crafted it and then immediately cut the second copy.
Yeah, well, that's how I work. I'm not unhappy to have two of them, honestly. There might be a deck that someday wants them. Okay. Gone. 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 We're not doing this shit. We are going up to our 27th land, yes.
Let's grab another Ottawa. Ottawara.
I really don't love these. I'm just getting a basic in here, man. I really don't love them. These are real awkward, and this is not a deck that can afford to miss a land drop by having two of them. We need two of something else, though. One, let's... God damn it. This is the problem with having one of the weird Teferi. Derp.
Oh, you're not just going to craft the other one?
He won't even let me craft more of these, which is a bummer. One more card. One more card. Doomscar. Fuck it. Kill your shit. That's what we up to. Can we afford to cut anything for one more Doomscar?
We could cut a Farewell for it easily.
Can we?
Yes. We're drawing a Kajillion card. We have 4 Narsets. It's a 6-drop.
Alright. 2 Doomscars. Go a little bit lower. A little bit closer to the ground.
Maybe, maybe.
Have we finally figured it out on iteration 4.0?
Wait. There should be a Grafdigger's Cage in that sideboard.
Over.
I don't know. Something. Let's cut an Aether Gust.
Alright. I'm good with that. Run it
Yep.
back. Yeah. Run it back like that. Good old Grafdigger's Cage. Alright. It's been a rough one. After a beautiful run yesterday of 5-1, we are sitting at 1-3 with different iterations of blue-eye control. Trying to play Gandalf, trying to smash through all the hate for Gandalf.
There's no hate for it. It's just we haven't found a good deck yet.
Gotta break some eggs to find the right one, right? Some version of that fucking metaphor.
You gotta shit your pants before you can take a shower or something.
Make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
Make like a screen door on a submarine and shut up.
God, I miss Boondock Saints. Alright, Dauntless Bodyguard, sure. We're up against humans with 0 wraths and a couple of counters. Oh boy. This is my worst nightmare with control. Oh well. Let's see if we can do it anyway. No.
Whatever it was you were going to play, the answer is nay.
The answer is nay, and I'll take 2 from your awesome Savannah Lion that got the upgrades. God, Wizards keeps upgrading Savannah Lions for white.
I remember when Savannah Lions was a fucking rare.
I remember when it was good rare, and we played it, I think, who was it? Mooney played it at States all the way into top 8 blacked out.
I remember exchanging $10 bills for Savannah Lions.
Do I just let this go?
Back when $10 bills would get you like fucking 10 gallons of gas. No, you counter everything.
Fuck it, we'll draw Teferi in time.
It's either that or you lose.
I mean, we've got so much shit we could draw here that's relevant, as long as it's
Here
just
comes
not...
a land.
I was like, as long as it's not a goddamn land again, like, whatever. Oh, this 1-for-1 removal makes me irritated. I know we need it, I just... Where's my Narset? Where's my Teferis? Where's my Farewells? Where's my stuff? We're playing against the deck that has no counters. This is exactly the kind of deck we should be wrecking.
They can also get under us.
Well, that's gonna get marched.
The fuck does that do?
Let some draw shit. Play lands and play other shit from the top. Make it pop. That's some WAP.
She make it clap?
Yes. Draw Teferi. Win the game. Fuck you. So they get to draw more cards. They have Cocos.
Yeah, that's perfect. They'll Coco into something, and then we'll just, like, Fateful Absence both of the things they get.
I'm this close to audibling. If we lose this match, I'm audibling off this archetype, deleting it, and moving on with my life. Fucking unreal. This is definitely a Coco on my upkeep, too.
Yep.
You got it.
The opponent knows what's up.
Maybe I'll top
deck Doomscar.
Farewell, Doomscar. I mean, we've got 5 cards we could top deck that are...
Here comes a land.
I hope it's an Elite Spellbinder, just to mess with us. Also, it'd be way more punishing if they did that in the upkeep.
There's one of them.
See, the dumb thing is they should have done that on the draw step.
Yeah.
And that's how you know what the quality of player is. Because you want to hit the card off the top, too. I'm gonna feel...
They got started, you know. They got the general idea correct.
All
Perfect,
right.
that's what we needed.
Well, this is happening to keep Brutal Cathar from flipping. So yay for that. I'm gonna get saltier. Just this
you should, because at this point, like this is turning into kind of like a snuff stream for like anybody who's been pissed off at their Gandalf opponent just gets to watch you like writhe in agony.
Yeah, it's definitely turning out that way. Okay, so Doomscar won't do it now. we're gonna need a fucking farewell, but we can do that.
No,
oh my god!
Just in time to draw Doomscar.
Okay, that's not good.
Don't we just exile the one that's protecting shit? Not that one, right?
No, because then we take 6.
No,
we need a little more time. So, whatever. Whatever. Fuck your deck. Where is literally a non-land? You don't count? This piece of shit.
Yeah!
Piece of fucking shit. No spell lands, no wraths, no walkers. What the fuck?
Hey, at least it flipped a knight.
Do they have lethal? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9,
That helps.
10, 11, 12. They'll have... Well, I guess we're going to kill that. And take 10.
Perfect.
It's all coming together.
This is just in time to draw a farewell to clean this all up so that they can Coco.
If we get Doomscar, we lose. Oh, farewell. Thank God.
Select all of it. Be a baller. I'll give him a good game.
All they need is a threat. No.
Yeah, just tell him good game.
This is... Oh, God.
Called it. Yes!
That's a lot of pressure. That's lethal.
Ah, that's what we needed.
It's not quite lethal. Okay. Fuck it. Fuck it. They might be dumb and play a card anyway. They played a card. Alright. Not doing that. We'll go up to 6 and then they can put us down to 4. Staying alive. Staying alive. Ha, ha, ha. Another farewell. Come on. Come on.
Gotta clean up those Thraben inspectors. They're getting out of control.
Doomscar. Yeah, baby. Boom. Of course, they get to draw a lot of cards here, and we have literally nothing in hand to do jack shit, but, you know. Why not go this route? Oh, this stupid, stupid deck. Of course. Draw more.
Don't we want to wait till that turn so it flips and we lose 3 life?
I was like, what are you talking about? Draw, draw,
Come
draw.
on, come on. Let's play from 1. Let's
Oh
make
my
it
God.
real interesting.
It's all on the line now.
I mean, is you even real if you can't win from 1 with Gandalf?
Right. Can we get one of our 4 Nar sets, please? I shouldn't complain. We got Wraths on time twice, but, like, also I'm salty, so a little bit of complaining.
You know what would be actually really good right here is Sphinx's Revelation.
God damn it. You're not wrong, but god damn it.
Gotta do it. You're
YOLO.
sitting over there like, maybe I'll win. I've got to win.
Oh my god.
And somewhere on the other end, they're like, no!
We done did it.
Perfect.
We have a Teferi. I don't know if that means we win, but Anthem, that is a throwback. I love it. What a throwback. I absolutely adore this deck now. It's the wrong version because you just play the human that does that, but like,
Yeah.
whatever. It's still adorable.
Or the 2-mana enchantment that pumps all your white creatures because this deck basically only has white. Holy shit. And then that was a win.
Dumbest game yet.
Dumbest game ever. Okay.
It's just the 2 angels, I think.
Yeah, sure. 2 angels.
Oh, Graph Diggers. They can't Coco.
Diggers. Let's see. What do we peel here?
Absorb's pretty bad against them, honestly. They have elite spellbinders, and they also have everything at 3 mana or
That's
less.
a fine point. Let's cut those 4. All right. We have a mildly proactive deck.
Oh no.
Well, let's get that out of there. History.
They have Brutal Cathar times 4. But they shouldn't keep all of them in. We'll keep 1. Fuck it, 1. Let's force it. What a dumb deck. I'm this close to putting 2 more Doomscar in the fucking deck. It's like, whatever, I guess we just wrap the board and hope they don't have interaction. Moving on. Like, why are we 1 for 1-ing? Let's just wrap the board. I actually think it might shift over to 4 Doomscar for that alone.
They do play well with March.
Yeah? Yeah, that's true. Fateful Absence can probably get peeled down to a 2 of because Doomscar still hits turn 3, you know? Which would help this issue a lot. But we are just going to Fateful here. Yeah?
Yes.
Alright. This hand has a lot more action.
Watch it fail to get land.
I was going to say, but we could just not draw land and be fucked, so...
How many land are in here?
27.
That's one too few.
You want 28 in this deck?
Actually, this deck probably should have 28 land.
I think the 28th has got to be the first Jawar Disruption then, because that is a spell land at least.
I agree that it should be a spell land, yes.
Actually, Amiria's. Why are we not playing an Amiria's Call?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be decent.
This seems like a viable way to deal with it. Oh my god, gross. Okay. Well, that's a lot of potent action quickly. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Barf.
What do we want to do here?
Pass the turn.
Yeah. I guess we start there. God, that's just so much power so quickly.
Sure is.
Doomscar would have been so much better. Alright. Good to know for Doomscar.
Exile something.
It's the Thalia's Lieutenant because it can grow and it's on protection.
Yeah.
So if we get a Doomscar, we want to be able to deal with it. As much as I want to do this one because it's the additional point, this grows.
Yes.
And I'm also just curious if they have like a Snakeskin Veil here. Or something stupid. Alright, whatever. Take 5. Ugh. Nice 1-drops. Fuck. I do think this is the piece that Darth Zero was missing in his humans list.
Trade Inspector?
Yeah, he was not running this. He was running Giant Killers, but the problem with Giant Killers, you don't want to play it turn
No,
one.
you don't. No, you don't.
Okay. That's a lot of power. Whatever. Wandering Emperor's gonna keep this mess contained for us.
Is Day of Judgment in this format?
No, but Depopulate is. And I think there's one other 4-mana Pseudo-Wrath that has like kind of an effect. Shatter the Sky is. But Doomscar is still my OG OP.
Oh, the Emperor. What a card.
Yeah.
That took that enormous attack and reduced it to basically 2.
Yep. They got to shock. And that's a good sign. If they're drawing cards, that means Teferi gets online and Wandering Emperor gets to give us a blocker that they have to deal with. And then we get Farewell, so I'm bumping this, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teferi up.
Teferi replace Self. And that'll give us Censor online too, which isn't bad. Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah, Samurai time.
Thank you for asking the submission, because I misclicked hard there.
What?
I was about to be really awkward, like, no! Why did we punt so hard? Why?
Punt so hard and got so far.
And in the end, Teferi even mattered. This deck's so silly. We've reduced it from like, let's have a really interesting one-on-one to like, play Big Dumb Walker and Big Dumb Wrath.
Yep.
That's what this deck is going to be.
Yes. Finesse. Who gives a fuck about that?
Alright, so they get to do that twice.
Fucking pay it all. Do it.
Yeah, they get to kill Teferi. That's fair. Oh, no, they don't. Lol. Yes. Alright. Unless you have a 0-mana removal spell, we're still in this game, which is kind of wild.
And we're in this game even if they could kill Teferi.
No, if they could kill that, they just alpha us.
Ah.
What you gonna do?
Are they... What the fuck are they doing? Okay.
They're swinging at us with everything. That doesn't have trample. Okay. Well, let's move to blocks first to make sure. I don't think there's a pact of, like a slaughter pact or some stupid shit, but, you know. You never know. Alright. I think it's just the Doomscar here.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't need the Farewell yet, and we might need it later.
And that way we can also drop Hall.
Yeah.
Back down to 4 life. Things getting dominant again all of a sudden.
They get to puke their hand, we get to Farewell it, and plus Teferi again. That's a problem.
Well, we can still minus it.
Yeah, we're... It's a problem if they do another one, though. That's... Uh-oh. Okay, what is this? 3 or more, you may cast creatures, but not right now. Okay, cool. Cool.
NBD.
NBD indeed. That.
Yep. Now we've got Hall.
Yeah, swing into it.
Hall and Scroats.
Well, that's nice. Got to draw their land. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. They had to have another.
Teferi's so much better when it's 7 mana.
This means Castle Vantress was probably correct, but... Well, we'll play it now. Do we play the Farewell? Like, they're gonna get an Elite Spellbinder, we'll get to tick that up and then tick down and then play the next
Farewell.
one.
It's a 2 for 1.
Yeah, fuck it. None of this nonsense. And then they Coco. God, I hope they don't Coco. The last card's Coco, we're so fucked.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh my god. It'd be so appropriate, but...
If it was going to be Coco, seems like they would have done it before the Teferi untap.
Yeah.
Were you going to spellbind that plains, motherfucker?
Playing walkers. Oh. Well, that's going down.
Yep.
Do we even play this yet?
No.
Just chill? Or do
Either
we-
that or pound with Hall.
Is that...
Or we use Castle Shitty Vantress.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 we'll be able to do both, so it's probably...
Yeah, let's do that.
We're off by 1, so we play this tapped. And then we can either Hall or we can get one of these effects. So which of these lands do we think we need to mess with here? Do we just play the Hall ones?
I'm into Hall. I'm into putting pressure on them.
Okay.
Because if they have to start making defensive decisions, that allows us to get ahead.
True. And if this gets one more hit, it turns into Abyss. Okay. So we beat green-white humans. That was...
Wow, that felt like we were losing the whole time.
Ain't that just control?
Losing. They conceded.
The rage is real, and here we go. All right.
Lots of baubles for that one.
Yeah. So 1 for 1's just not the way to be in this format.
It didn't suck.
No, but I want more.
You know what you could do to make up for all the early game 1 for 1ing that probably should happen? Sphinx's Revelation?
No. Not going for this trap a second time. Narset is a better version of that. And this is fine. Like,
For Doomscar. For Farewell.
long hair don't care. Here we go.
Okay, so we need another land.
Yep. I agree. We play Wraths, and we've got some marches.
Probably a land that can attack and block.
Attack and block? Hall done.
Yeah.
Halls are good. Okay. Is real simple. I don't know that
that's all we have on the low. Do we really?
this is straight 4 ofs all the way up, but Doomscar hits on 3.
Okay,
And
fuck it.
That's enough to wipe the board. And then we're just doing the same thing. Like, once we get past 2 mana, we get into a world of hurt for them. And we still have marches to mess with them on the lower end.
Let's look at our sideboard for like what we can do to swap out from that kill everything plan. I don't think we'd want Fateful in it. So like the 4 histories, the 2 big flying clowns, man, maybe like two more fucking sick creatures. Like the trawler.
Yeah, I was like, if we're going to go that route, this is probably better than Angel anyway. This is really hard to deal with, and it draws additional cards.
I think it's both, because different parts of the curve. Yeah, just get rid of those gusts. Who cares about Aether Gust?
And just clean up how it looks.
Probably ought to get rid of the Grafdigger's Cage, too, come to think of it, since we're playing so many farewells.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What else would we do here?
Here's a better question. We have all 4 of these, but where are we bringing these in?
I don't fucking know or care. Somewhere that we don't want all those wraths.
Right, but in that scenario, wouldn't we want something a little more nimble, typically? Because if we don't want the rats, we're not playing against a creature-based deck.
I could see actually bringing in... Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but...
Like, I don't think these are nimble enough for what we're trying to do.
No, not remotely, but they're cool.
I would rather go into... If we're going to go for nimble, that's about as nimble as you get.
Yeah?
It also has a weird way of answering up Nixie, which I kind of like.
Alright, fuck it.
Makes me wonder if we need them in the main. I don't know. No, because we're just trying to dead all their removal, and this deads all their removal.
Yeah.
And then we move post-board, and we can go into Brazen Borrowers and History of Benalias, and that's a very nimble plan against other decks.
Alright, let's shuffle this shit sandwich.
We got one more card.
Sphinx's Revelation.
Oh my god.
You go ahead and pick it. I'm gonna check the old trash compactor.
Oh god.
Actually cut things and put in a playset of Sphinx.
No. No to that forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, this is closer. This is definitely closer. Except I don't really want exactly this. Because sometimes we're just going to need to kill everything on curve. This does answer walkers, too. God, that's rough. It's probably one fewer of that, one of these in the main. And it might be like that. Yeah, it's a little bit tighter. Okay. Let's push that and then go into history. Can still go back to the 4th one. And we can still fit
Sphinx's Revelation.
Mystical here. I don't know. This is closer where I'd be. I like having a couple of these because they do kill planeswalkers.
Alright.
And that's
Let's get to it.
not the worst way to go, right? Alright, let's give it a shot. Good old Gandalf.
Oh, hello, Skitham. I didn't catch when you joined us.
They put everybody in purple this time, is that way? It's like Rationally Virgo and Lord Skitham both in purple for some reason.
Yes.
It looks like Nightbot has canceled out our other bot somehow.
It won.
It won. The robot wars have ended. It won.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deserted Beach.
Yorion deck. Fun. A lot of dead cards game 1, but game 2 is going to get a lot better. I don't... Yorion. Gross. So much gross. Moving right along. Doomskars almost don't matter against this matchup.
And we need to make land drops every turn.
Yeah. This is happening because of that.
Almost no matter what we draw, we should cycle the other.
Yeah.
But definitely now. Narset would be amazing. Yes! Show us 4 lands.
Better question is, like, do they have 2-mana counters? Nope, just omens. Alright. Please not 4 lands. Oh, God. Yep. Emperor it is. Yeah. We can play Narset for Narset. Let's go. Let's fucking go. There's a land. I knew our deck didn't hate us that much. Tevi?
Narset.
Narset?
For when they kill our Narset.
Fair enough. Derp. We keep Absorb up. There's no reason not to.
Narset is probably our best card against this opponent, actually.
Yeah, they should be Fateful Absencing it anyway. Yep, there's their Absorb. So, the Control Mirror, what everybody loves to play.
The best ever. Thank you for watching.
Sorry.
At least we're making our land drops.
Yeah, that's promising.
They definitely aren't.
Alright. Let's just move it right along. I guess Narsets also make Fateful Absences pretty damn good. Okay, I'm happy we've got the 2 in the main. I'm not sure if we want 4 in the main or not.
Of course we don't.
I don't know. I'm back and forth, because between Farewell and Narset, you can really mitigate the back end, and that is 2-mana removal for creatures and walkers. Do we just sneak a Wandering Emperor in here?
Absolutely.
I feel like they
Absolutely.
just let us do that.
They have, like, no mana.
I don't know why they let us do that, but they just let us do that.
Because they've got no mana, and they need to get mana, or we're just going to win.
Yeah. This.
You know that feeling when you're doing the Control Mirror match, and they made their 5th land drop, and you haven't even made your 4th, and
You're just
all
like,
of a sudden
fuck.
turds are just curling up
Yeah.
in your pants?
Alright. Well, let's swing at Narset.
Yep, step 1.
And when they answer that, let's do it again. Okay. I will make another one.
Hell yeah.
We have history of Wandering Emperor.
That's kind of why I like the playset of Benalia's on the board.
It does put
Because
a
it
lot
creates this
of-
crazy momentum.
Do we just absorb this and keep going? I feel like we do.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Like, without that, they're just behind. And
Way behind. Way behind. Or they got to tap down and try and do something while our shields are down.
And this is not good enough to beat this.
No.
Oh, I guess they can Fateful Absence so that only one of the Samurai hits, but this stops that,
Yep.
which feels
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep. That's just pay 5 mana, get back 2. Is what they just did.
And we have Absorb, so now we can kill the Teferi for sure. Which I kind of like. So do we Absorb here and then kill the Teferi?
No. We just attack anyway.
Because they don't get much value out
Right.
of
It doesn't do anything until it ults or tucks something, and what do we care if they do either?
Okay.
I mean, we care if they ult, but that's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had our own Teferi to play right now.
We don't even need it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got second backups of these. They've got their Absorb. They're making land drops that we're not, which sucks, but we do have a clue here. And if they want to tuck anything right now, it's... What are they going to tuck? A Wandering Emperor? Like...
That's probably the best target. They might even have to do...
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, because they want Teferi.
There's nothing to do about that.
Okay. So they're going to try and ride the Teferi engine the whole way, then.
Kind of. That was... That was giving up the whole turn to draw a card off of Teferi.
Yeah. They have Absorb up. We're smacking 2 and minusing, I think.
Probably.
And then playing a Narset with Absorb.
Let's start by attacking.
Make sure it hits. Okay. Now I think it's Narset.
Yep.
They'll absorb. We absorb their Absorb. Wow, they didn't. Okay. Ah, whatever. Yeah, why not? These farewells don't do jack shit, nor do the doom scars. I don't care.
Well, they make the marches cheaper.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. They do make the marches cheaper. All right, Teferi. Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like we just kill Teferi and that's how we go.
Yeah. We just traded an absorb for a Teferi. You always do that. Step 1, kill Teferi.
I think it's Narset first to see if we can get a counter that we need or something else. Well, or a way to kill Teferi even if they don't let us do it.
Commit a bunch of resources into saving Teferi and then we kill Teferi anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Now do we play our Teferi?
Into their absorb mana and the absorb we can see in their hand? I'd probably not.
Yeah, we don't have a second one. There's no reason to flip it like that. Okay.
Yeah, we're also way ahead on board. It's on them to do shit, not us. So
Nimble, 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 nimble.
yeah, we cannot take out enough. Get rid of the marches too.
And
We're on the draw. Cut the sensors.
there. Simple.
Yep.
Now we're extremely nimble. We've got answers at 2 mana to most of their threats that we have to answer, and everything else is going to be really difficult for them to deal with.
All right. Let's
see if we win the mirrors.
Oh, they're playing Yorion. They're way slower.
Yeah. Yeah. We're on the draw.
Hell yeah. On the draw, Mystical Dispute in the grip, 2 Narsets. It's got to be blue.
Yeah, as much as yeah. Well, a deserted beach would be lovely, but that'll work too. We'll chill. They get to go Omen here. Yep. Although
No.
we can't leave ourselves shields down for a Narset.
No.
That's how you get blown out.
That is how you get blown out.
Shields gotta stay up. They get an Omen, which
Besides, we
isn't
can...
a big deal.
If they don't do something we got to deal with, we can like end step on their turn, Borrower, and then if they deal with that Narset, and if not, then we're beating them to fucking death.
We're not borrowing that though.
No. I mean like cast the creature next turn.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just start beating them. That's why we have these. Because they're nimble AF. Nimble AF. Alright. Show me them counters.
What you got?
We really need to hit land drops. That's the awkward side of this. Okay.
There it is.
And I think we do this with a Mystical Dispute back
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. If we go this route, they can tuck with Teferi. Nimble has officially lost its meaning by saying it that many times. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. They counter, we counter. Never mind. They counter.
Yep, they counter.
They counter. Period.
They counter.
The end.
We see what they're doing.
Yeah. But at least we have the ability to keep them from getting Teferi in. And that's...
Is it nimble, though?
Can we get a white mana to get history here? Yes! I think it's history.
Well, pay the 2 life for sure.
Well, we don't... yeah, alright. It's history or we get Narset with Fateful back.
I like Narset Faithful back.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That feels okay. And they're going to think we have Dovin's Veto here, so they're not going to play anything. That's the bluff we really wanted. And now we get to do it again. Do we just take... Which do we take? We've got one of each already.
History.
Be aggressive.
Yeah.
Be aggressive. And then we play one with the absorb back.
Yep.
Okay. I am the damn aggro.
Yep. Oh my god, that's enormous. That resolved.
Very odd that that resolved. Memory Deluge. We let that go.
Yeah. Who cares?
Not really much to be gained.
We're on the board. Go ahead and draw your fucking cards.
Yeah. I guess it gets around Narset. That's good to know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're going to get a lot of card selection off of that. They're going to get a lot of advantage from it, but we're on the board, and they should have boarded out all their Wraths. So this has got to be a little awkward for them.
Skeet. Crack in, man.
Yeah, I can crack in and play another.
Yup. This feels familiar.
I remember playing this version of the deck.
Yup. Ah, you forgot about History of Benalia, didn't ya, you motherfucker? Next turn we get to attack for 12.
I was like, this game's this close to over, and they're
Yep.
just memory deluging the whole time.
History into history versus a control deck is quite a lovely feeling.
Sure. Do whatever you're going to do, because you're not getting farewell. I don't think. I mean, I guess they could have farewell with Mystical Dispute back,
Yes, that's what it would take.
but even then we're keeping Narset.
Yes, and they're losing their omens.
Oh, and they don't have it. Okay.
Adieu. Goodbye, auf Wiedersehen. Yeah, attack.
Do you have Settle?
That would be amazing.
Just marches. Okay.
Whatevs.
We'll trade 1 for 1 there, I think.
Still a lethal board next turn.
Yeah, I mean, they should have multiple pieces of removal, but they still have to do it.
Wow, this is
So these memory
good.
deluges are just turning into that, which basically makes them trade even for history? Not quite, because they get to do it again, right?
Kinda, sorta. I think we just pass, yeah.
Yeah, we can Wandering at the end of their turn and then Teferi. And we can Wandering with Absorb up,
Yep.
and then we can Teferi with Fateful back. Okay.
Whatevs.
I'm fine Wandering Emperoring that, so that we keep Narset.
Haha, motherfucker. What now?
Irrationally Virgo, this is what I consider to be nimble. Do we Faithful it?
No, we Fateful the Teferi, they play behind it.
Okay.
Or absorb it or something. It's not worth that. There.
Okay.
Especially with them up on cards against us right now. Monster Mash.
That's 8 points of damage. Yeah.
Gotta do it.
You've got Absorb back. They've already blown 1 veto. Do they have 2 counters out of the last few cards? We'll find out.
Absorb your absorb.
They're going to have another counter on top of this. Come on. Narset's Reversal.
What the fuck does Narset's Reversal do?
It flips it back into my hand and they get another counter, but that is really bad here.
Wait, what does it do? Copy and then return it to its... Okay.
So, it gave us back our Absorb. Interesting. Oh, I guess they get to Yorion here. That's pretty good.
That is very good.
Sort of. We get to Fateful Absence it, smack, smack, keep Absorb up. They get to draw a shitload.
That's the problem, yes. And scry, too, before each draw.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the card advantage to beat us raw on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they had double march for 2 of those tokens is why they're still in this game. And the fact that we... Yeah, let's Narset first. They're out. They're tapped out. Let's see what we've got to work with here.
Is it nimble?
Okay. It's probably a Wandering Emperor.
Yeah.
And then Fateful Absence with Absorb back.
Yep.
I wish we had 1 more mana so that we could Wandering Emperor to bump these knights, but
Alas. That's fine. They won't block anyway. They want to attack Narset.
yeah. Cool. They know what we have in hand. That's awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're constrained on mana a little bit.
It's not very nimble of them.
If we swing, they just get the Hall of Storm Giants. We have none of our Field of Ruins, unfortunately. Puts them to 3.
How much mana do they have left after that?
1. Which puts Wandering Emperor into play, but then that's subject to all sorts of issues. Although we can use it to get rid of that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's put him in a really shitty situation.
What?
Well.
Okay. That's awkward.
That's probably the end of the game.
Who has Hullbreaker Horror? God damn it.
A deck with 80 goddamn cards?
Yeah. That's a good point. That's so awkward.
I think they just won.
Maybe. Probably not quite done playing this yet. We got game 1. I'm going to play this out a little bit further. I didn't know they had this, and I kind of want to see what else they have running around.
You know what's really nimble is Hullbreaker Horror.
What you gonna do?
Just look at it. It's got crab arms and shit.
Well, step 1, keep Narset alive. Gonna do that.
Bounce our Narset. Interesting.
What you got? But what do you bounce? You're not bouncing Wandering or Narset.
Perhaps. Look at all those crab arms that can handle it.
There we go. None of that now. But they get to Omen, which...
Yeah, they kind of
turns
don't need
this
it.
on.
Hey!
So they can Omen. We wait till they Omen on their end step. And then we can kill the fucking crab. But first, some crying. You fool!
Yes! Yes!
The nimblest play.
What have you done?
Sure, they're sitting there like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
God damn it, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it.
Like, we should still lose, but this is too funny. Also, why would you do that when you can swing with a Hall here and kill...
Yeah.
Oh, that's so silly.
That's alright. At least they're not on a stream that people are watching.
Yeah, let's do a little scry action. Castle Vantress about to prove its worth here in the mirror. Oh, yes we do.
Yes, please.
I absolutely want to draw some Field of Ruin action. Can't counter that. No, no, no. Don't know. Don't know.
Alright.
Can they ulta Teferi before we can kill them? We're gonna find the fuck out. Maybe I should have kept one farewell in. No. Maybe. No. Maybe.
Yeah, that's our turn. Yeah, and our turn.
God, fucking Sharknado.
And March.
Good lord.
Looks like they're gonna kill Narset.
That's not very nimble of them. I'm just getting this out the way. Cause why shouldn't I? What are you gonna do during an attack step? Come on now.
Flash down the other Hullbreaker Horror.
Oh my god. It'd be good to know if they had two though. Yeah, sure. Wandering Emperor, why not?
I think this is the we lose part of the game.
Maybe. If we had Sphinx's Rev, though.
Yeah, I mean, we might be in it.
If only it was uncounterable. So many walkers.
Yeah, it's time to concede.
They play all the walkers and the Hull Breakers and the Shark Typhoons.
Yeah,
Good.
80 card deck.
God damn, that is an expensive deck. So we are the tempo in this matchup.
And we lose. All right.
So
now we're on
game
the
three.
play.
Game 3. We are tempo. We have to be the tempo to beat this giant pile of shite.
So let's bring in that other Faithful Absence. And
What's not very tempo?
we could actually maybe... Well, fuck.
Is that even good here? Like, is this going to do...
Do we have other counters we could play instead? Censor?
Censor versus Absorb is kind of an interesting question here.
I guess we could cut the Fatefuls and just bring in Censors. And just try and, like, counter shit early and get under them with History and Borrower.
I think that's the plan, is just get under them. I have no idea if it's viable, but we're going to find out. Fucking Hull Breakers. Alright.
You know, the problem is we weren't nimble enough.
I'll be as nimble as a mongoose this time.
Yeah, that's a greasy mongoose right there. That'll do.
And they're mulliganing. Alright.
Step 1.
Alright, Yorion. Do we just get rid of the censor
Nope.
here? If they have a Dovin's Veto, it's not great for us.
If they've got it, they've got it. Just got to go right into it. Censor.
God, what a blowout. Veto. Alright. There's the early interaction. Do they get the Narset? Oh. What a punish. What a punish.
And just like that, they win.
Still got some spice on it.
Yeah, we got some room.
Well, they've unmulliganed. And they've grabbed, goddamn, so much fucking time against us. We can't really bounce that.
Not really.
I don't think playing this does much here.
Yeah, it does.
Against that?
Well, they're going to play it on something eventually, man.
Right, but if we're playing this out the whole way, I'd rather see if we can get a History of Benalia. Because we don't get to draw cards till their turn anyway, and this only cycles on their turn.
Fair enough.
Let's see. That's not a thing. There we go. 1, 1, 2.
Drop a white source so they think we have a veto.
Yeah.
So that we can veto their veto.
Like, do you have another counter? No. Okay, good.
Start absencing our knights.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the position we're trying to put them in. I will brazen borrow that shit. And I will do it right now. Don't care. Move it along.
Motherfucker.
Like, how are they more nimble than us? They play all these goddamn 5-drops and they somehow got under us. Drives me batty when that shit happens. Do we wait one turn? No, we swing. We have to force them to block here.
Yes.
Otherwise they just get ahead with Wandering Emperor. God, this is going to eat up every counter we have, isn't it? Just to keep it alive. Oh my god. Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah, we've got to force this gameplay back and forth, so this is happening.
Here's the do you have another Wandering Emperor part. Shark Typhoon.
Okay, I think we're okay with that. Sure.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, but it loses the first strike.
Yes, it does.
And we get the bump. Okie dokie. Let's give you the Fateful Absence target. God. And they have Fateful? What the fuck?
Oh, wow.
It's this. Right? They'll
Yeah.
Fateful here, they'll chump there, but like...
Yeah.
It's got... Yeah. They can't Fateful that, and they can't March it, so... It's that. Wow, they let it go.
Here comes another.
God, they must have Teferi.
That's alright. We've got counter spells to deal with it after it resolves.
That was dumb of them. They lost a land. That's why you don't play 2 Adawara.
Oh, did they just drop it into play?
Yeah. Okay.
I think, yeah. For sure.
They should be blocking the hall. That works too. And there's the chump. And now they're firmly ahead. But they still have to have an answer.
It's very nearly Yorion time.
Yeah. Well, we're still going to smack them with the hall, and they just have to have the answer to it. So they don't have it. So we're going to get to kill a Teferi, but they're going to get to go kind of nuts with Memory Deluge here. That's a wee bit awkward.
What? Is this... Oh, you're just choosing the mana.
Yes, we are keeping Mystical Dispute up. Okay.
That's satisfying.
Killed a thing. Gonna kill another.
That is satisfying. So is that.
Okay. I think the shields have to be back up now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we can hit this and then let him Memory Deluge.
No. Let's play our Hollowed Fountain, take our damage probably.
Yeah. So we absorb the second part of this Memory Deluge. Actually, no, we'll Mystical Dispute it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's about to be a lot less relevant, and we have plenty of mana for these absorbs.
Don't want to try and save it for that Hull Breacher Horde?
So we can still do this on their turn, which I like. Do we Field of Ruin their Castle Vantress?
Yes.
Or do we just use our own? Yeah, no, we do theirs. Yeah, that's fine. And that keeps Absorb mana up. And we need blue. Yep, okay. Lord.
Yeah.
Having to absorb both sides of that is so bad. I mean, they should have a counter for this anyway, but... Okay. Think we're passing? Wait, do we have enough? We have enough for Absorb and Haul. We haul. Let's kill Narset. Keep Absorb up. And keep rolling.
Seems legit. Nay.
I mean, do you have another thing? Okay, well, I'm going to kill it with Hall then. Because you're only going to have 3 mana, so I know you're not going to have enough to kill Hall. It's like I'm abyssing fucking Teferis all day. Okay. Fuck it. Fuck it. I will abyss your Teferi.
Dropping Narset behind it doesn't seem bad.
No, we're definitely doing that.
Mystical Dispute.
They should have another counter. Yeah. Why wouldn't they, you know? They should have another one. Are we just winning on the back of Hall smacking them 3 times now? Is that where we're at?
It might be that way, yeah. And we're leaving up Wandering.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Actually, I'm somewhat debating whether or not to just cast Wandering to give it +1/+1 in first strike or something. I guess that no, because they can march it now.
Yes.
And that's what they're definitely looking for is march.
There's one.
We start with 1. Okay, so I'm not casting Wandering yet. Not into that shit. I'm sure they're sitting there like, he's got Dovin's veto.
That's right.
I think we take the 3 still.
Yeah. Yeah, we can exile it on end step.
Alright, let's do this. You can counter if you want to. You can counter everything behind. God, every counter in the book. Holy shit. I'm doing this, I think. Okay. So we have the issue of they can swing back for the win if we attack with our Hall.
Probably better not do it then.
Yeah.
I think we pass and maybe...
We'll have Castle and Wandering.
Yeah.
So that's going to have to be enough, and it probably won't be, but... Okay, we'll start with this then and get rid of that.
That's not bad.
Gets us back into a good spot. Not a great spot. Especially when they're going 7 deep. I mean, they just went bigger than us.
Yeah.
Which means this deck isn't viable if we can't win this match. Because if we're not the biggest control deck with all of the shit that we're doing, then this is not the right deck.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But, I mean, playing Gandalf is just a bummer.
Yeah, I needed something weird to play today.
I just wanted to make some MTG snuff for everybody.
That's really what it turned out to be, isn't it? The snuffing. Alright. Narsets on Narsets. There's Wandering. We don't have time to scry our stuff. We're at we need to top deck relevant shit just cuz.
Yeah, Scry's not nimble enough.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can't swing with Hall. They'll just exile it. I think we just smack that at a Narset.
Yep.
And pass it on over. We're just not as nimble as I thought we were. If only we were a little more nimble. Come on. Come on, opponent. Make mistakes.
Make a fucking decision.
Make mistakes. Make mistakes.
How they're thinking. Okie doke.
Alrighty. What you got? Let's make him have it.
Rawr.
That felt better, I guess. I don't know.
Doomscar.
Oh, what were they trying to do? I have no idea. Fuck. on, man.
Let's get a counterspell.
Come on, man.
At least you can veto that.
Okay, they're tapped out. We have 1 turn to draw removal. Oh, hold up. No, I need... I was trying to put the stop there so we could Castle Vantress to try to find it. I think we lose.
We lose.
All right, I'm going to make this real simple for everyone. This is not going to be a long outro. Blue-white control is not where you want to be.
Ever.
Don't play Gandalf.
Don't do it.
Learn from our mistakes. That was a real quick 2 and 4. Fuck this deck, fuck this archetype. We will not play it again.
Also,
I'm straight up deleting it. That's how much I'm angry with this deck. We're not doing this
Wait.
again.
You could craft the rest of the Sphinx's revs.
Fuck off. We'll have something spicier that actually wins games tomorrow. We tried. This was the control experiment.
If we could, I would like to put learn from this mistake by down as our outro, which we can't because of copyright and that kind of shit. So, yeah, just imagine it, or better yet, go listen to it if you don't know that song.
Anyway, that's all from the Dark
It's
Stream
dope.
today. Tomorrow will be better. I promise you. We'll
It'll
have
be
a
worse.
lot more fun.
It'll be worse. We'll play Yorion. Ha ha ha.